Morning, guys. Today we're going to be talking about something in math that I'm sure you all absolutely love. We're going to be focusing on subtraction with regrouping. I know this might sound like something you've done a lot in the past, but today we're going to make it a little bit more difficult, and for those of you that get it, it'll be a nice review. So the goal for today is that we will be able to subtract numbers when regrouping over zeros. So we're going to be doing not only some basic subtraction with regrouping, but we're going to have to regroup more than once. All right, let's get started. So here are some really simple examples I'm sure you guys could do, especially this left one, in your sleep, I would hope. We'll go through it together just as a reminder. Always start in the ones. 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 7 minus 2 is 5. Really easy example, mostly because we don't have any regrouping to do. Everything, the smaller number always goes on the bottom. All of our numbers are smaller, they match up, easy. This one's slightly more difficult. This one's 450 minus 289. The only reason it makes this more difficult, we still have the smaller number on the bottom, but when we go to start in the ones place, we can't do 0 minus 9. So what are we going to do if we don't have any ones to take away 9 from? Well, we're going to have to borrow 1 from the 10. So we're going to take 1 10 away, and then over here I'm going to get that 10. So now I have a 10 instead of 0. I can do 10 minus 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. Now I'm in my tens. Really, this is 40 minus 80. Can I take 80 away from 40? No. So what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to go to the hundreds place and borrow a whole 100. So I'm going to turn that into a 3. And then when I take 100 away, I'm going to have to add 10 tens. So now I would have 14 tens. Can I do 14 tens and take away 8 tens? Yeah, I can do that. 14 minus 8 is 6. So I have 6 tens, or 60. Then finally I can go to the hundreds place, 300s, take away 200s is 100. So these were two pretty simple examples. This one you had to do a little bit more regrouping, but it was nothing major. Take a look here. Now we have 100 minus 43. Smaller numbers always on the bottom, bigger numbers always on the top. Why is this one tricky? Because now we have 2 zeros. When I start in the ones, I can't do 0 minus 3. When I go to borrow from the tens, though, I don't have any. So I'm going to show you guys a strategy that I like to use when I'm regrouping, especially with more than 1 0. Whatever number I'm starting at, so I can't do 0 minus 3 ones. I'm going to start by drawing a line underneath my tens. I can't borrow from the tens, so I'm going to have to keep drawing that line. I can borrow from this 1. Now I like to look at this whole number that I've underlined. So I've underlined a 10. Well, what is 1 less than 10? I know 1 less than 10 is 9. So I'm going to cross out the whole 10, and I'm going to just leave a 9. And I'm going to leave that over the tens column, not in the hundreds. Now that I've taken 1 away from 10, I can go ahead and add 1 to my ones column, 10 ones. So now I can do 10 minus 3. 10 minus 3 is 7, and 9 minus 4 is 5. Let's take a look at another one of those where we're crossing out more than 1. So 3004, I didn't even put a comma. Sorry. 3004 minus 89. Can I do 4 minus 9? 4 take away 9. I can't do it. I don't have enough. So I'm going to start by drawing my line. Can I take away from the 0? No. Can I take away from this 0? No. I got to keep going. Can I take away from the 3? Yes, I can take some away from a 3. So I'm going to look at the whole number I have underlined. I have underlined a 300. I'm going to cross out that entire number and think to myself, what is 1 less than 300? Well, I know 1 less than 300 is 299. So up above that 300, I'm going to put my 299. Now that I've taken 1 away from 300, I can add 10 ones over here. I can do 14 minus 9. 14 minus 9 is 5. 9 minus 8 is 1. 9 minus nothing is nothing. And 2 minus nothing is nothing. So my answer here would be 2,915. I like doing the underline method as opposed to crossing off 1 0, and it's easier, trust me. Okay, we're going to look at one more example. This is more of a real world example. I was going to the grocery store the other day, and these are my favorite chips. I love Doritos. Cool Ranch is the best. And they were $1.97 if I bought 3 packages, and I paid with a $10 bill. So what I want you guys to help me out with is to figure out how much change I should get if I buy all 3 packages. So the first thing I'm going to do, if I bought 3 packages, I need to do $1.97 3 times. Now there's 2 ways you could do this. You could obviously do $1.97 plus $1.97 plus $1.97. I, however, know how to multiply, and so do you, so I'm going to do that because it's going to save me a little bit of time. So I'm going to start in the ones. 3 times 7 is 21. 1, and I'm going to carry my 2 tens. 3 times 9 is 27, plus 2 more, 27 tens, plus 2 more tens would give me 29 tens. 9, carry my 2. Then I have 3 times 1 is 3 hundreds, plus 2 more will give me 5. And then I have 2 decimal places here, so I'm going to count 2 decimal places in my answer, and I have $5.91. So if I spent $5.91, where's my eraser? Then I want to know how much change I would get if I paid with a $10 bill. So I'm going to have to come up with a new problem here, which is going to be $10 minus $5.91. Okay. So just like normal, I have my smaller number at the bottom, bigger numbers on top. Can I do 0, take away 1? Can't do it. So I'm going to start drawing my line. Can't borrow here, can't borrow here, I can borrow here, so I can stop the line. What is 1 less than 100? 99. Okay. I can now add my 1 back. Can I do 10 minus 1? Yes, I can. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 5 is 4. 1 minus nothing is nothing. The only thing you need to remember when you're subtracting from like money or decimals is wherever your decimal is. Do you see how I lined mine up perfectly? It's really important. And then after you've done the subtraction, all you have to do is bring that decimal point down and it'll fit right there. So if I bought 3 bags of my favorite kinds of Doritos, then I would have spent $5.91, and if I paid with a $10 bill, I would have gotten $4.09 back. Hopefully that gives you a little bit more understanding of how to subtract across zeros and regrouping with zeros. This will really help when we're starting to get into some money and doing some things with change. So hope you learned something.